Those of you that are experiencing pain, as we know it, sciatic pain, sciatica. Oh, my sciatica is bad. How long does it last for? It can be anywhere from a week, 2 weeks, but there are things that we can help. And of course, the sciatic nerve is being squeezed and it goes down. Sometimes you have this pain, like in the butt area and the glutes, and it goes down the back of the legs. So how did you get this? Sitting doesn't help, and we've of course done a lot of that, but it can be where you've got maybe a disc, a herniated disc, compressed disc. There are other things, but mostly it's just our way of life, poor posture. So I'm going to give some easy things today. That's going to be quick because I know you guys, I know the ones that have the pain and you don't have much time. But there again, so is it about time? Is it about your health and about getting out of pain? But I will make this quick. So yes, you can relieve this. If you have it right now and you can't move and it's really bad, hot and cold, you have to take the time, the ice and the heat pad, okay? Period. And I wouldn't go off to the doctors. I'd just get a, if you have an aspirin, something like that, or stronger. I actually don't take those because I don't have pain. So with that said, I'm going to give you easy, some yoga poses, some not. And I know you guys all work and have a busy life. So we're going to be on the mat first, and you'll like that. Just don't fall asleep on me, right? So as we're settling down, we're going to keep your knees bent, slowly roll down. And the idea is to get the spine in line. And so you can have your hands by the side, or if you've read on the internet, they talk about holding between your lower rib and your hip, and then you can feel that squeeze. But really what you're doing is fold your shoulder blades under so you have a nice open space, and lift your hips. Stretch your tailbone down towards your heels. I always start my yoga classes with this. A long spine is some of the problems, of course, we have, is keeping that long spine. And now you feel that gentle lift in your back, right? You can even put your hand here and feel that opening. What we're doing is we're pressing down the spine. And then, of course, what do you feel? You feel, put your hands on your belly, you feel that squeeze, right? So you're going to hold it for 5 seconds. And you're going to lift. And then hold for 5 seconds. So you go on like this, or longer. And it might feel that you get a little bit of relief doing that. All right, so do that. I would hold for maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and release for 5, and then do it again, or release for 10, however bad your sciatica is. Now we have our knees bent, so you're bringing one knee towards you and squeezing. Same thing, 3 to 5. I'm going to keep this a short video so you guys all get it. 3 to 5 seconds. Don't try and do too much. But the longer you hold it, of course, it's wonderful that you feel the opening here. And of course, you can do it. I've got the wall handy. The other thing is you can do it against the wall. And yes, while you're helping yourself, you can read whatever you have to read or study. You can also stretch one ankle over the knee and release. If that hurts, you stretch your leg on the wall, your foot on the wall, you stretch that leg up, and therefore you get the release. You can see my knee is down now, whereas it's more towards me. What does that mean? It means that I've got more of a stretch in my sciatic nerve area, in the glute area, in the hip area. One leg, same thing. I would keep it a bit longer here, even if, make sure it's not pulling too much, and take a little bit of time to read, and stay like that is a really good one. Okay, so we've got squeezing, we've got squeezing the spine. We've got squeezing the knee towards you, both knees. And that takes not so much effort, right? Roll over. That's another thing, not to do with your spine, of course, but always help yourself and roll over one side. It doesn't matter how old you are, because so many students, when they stretch like this to get up out of bed, that's when they get, oh God, something in the lower back. Right, okay, so let's just go on to a little bit of yoga. What's really good is cat-cow. If you have problems with your knees, blanket. Hands underneath, your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Quite simply, a cat and a cow. So the cow is, you see how I've got a long spine? We don't have a flat back in yoga, we just have a long spine. What does that mean? It doesn't mean this, concave and convex, right? It doesn't mean that. This is cat-cow. So we start this way, bend your elbows, inhale, cow. And don't let your belly fall out here, okay? You'll have something else happening. So kind of hold like you've got a little corset here. We call it your little corset. Yeah, okay, let's keep this short and round. Right, pull the navel to spine, bend your elbows and lengthen. And the other way and round. Really nice. We do this every time. So you can always join me for yoga. We always work this in because it's beneficial to work the spine. Can you feel what it's doing? As you're inhaling into cow, you can feel here, you've got the stretch right here and up the back of the legs and round. Okay, do that slowly. Then we come into down dog. Easy way to get into down dog is stretch one leg out and you're up, and then walk your legs up a little bit, right? Another thing good, you don't have to have your heels all the way down, you can come back a little bit. What it does mean is that you're not rounding your back. When you're rounding your back, it's really, and bending your knees, you can start that way, okay? Rounding back, and probably everybody will, and then slowly step it back. You don't try and straighten your legs. And then of course, if you have the hamstrings where you can, then you will. But this is because you're in pain. So you're coming up into down dog. And then, yeah, you'll strengthen the top part of the body. But then you're getting into this area right here. Another way is you come back on your knees and stretch that leg out. Stretch the other leg. If one leg hurts more than the other, stretch the other leg first just to see what it feels like. Your hips are balanced. And then, of course, this is a balance too, but you can stretch that arm out, opposite arm to leg. So you keep that, lengthen your leg, extend your heel, and that, of course, let me put this leg down, rolling that back, of course, then it goes all the way up the leg. You've got the hamstring muscles engaged, and it goes all the way up to the sciatica where you're feeling it, and down the back of the leg. So those are the things, and you'll find some which are easier. I'll keep on those for a moment. There are others that are a little bit more advanced, and that might be too much for you. So I don't really want to go into those now. This one, which I did on the wall, is a really nice one. And then you can always bring that knee towards you. You'll really get it in that right buttock. Okay. Well, family, friends, love you all. Hope that helps. Keep in touch with me and text or email me on something else that you need. And of course, I have my yoga classes I'm uploading on my site or YouTube. Much love. Talk to you soon.